So good morning, and apologies first of all for not getting any videos out for, I think it's been over a week now since the last one came out, and that is because I've been just mad busy with work, and then my days off I've had to go up north for family commitments, and then so that was my days off taken there. Then I've just come back from Riyadh, and it was a Queen's funeral yesterday, so I came back from Riyadh yesterday morning. It was Queen's funeral yesterday, and then this is my first day off, and I've got off tomorrow as well. So 2 days off and then back to work. So had to wait for a freezer this morning to be delivered. That has now been delivered. It's now just turned midday down at the plot, so that is good. I can spend the rest of the day here, and my God, I needed to come and sit down in the shed to have a contemplate and think about the jobs that need doing, because there is a lot of jobs that need doing because I've not been here. So I've just had a look around. I need to definitely harvest the apples. I've got to dig up the last of the main crop potatoes for storage. I've got to trim all around this edges of the plot where the grass paths are around the perimeter of my plot, because that's got a little bit out of hand because we've actually had a little bit of water, even though there's still a hosepipe ban. What else we've got to do? Yeah, there's brassicas to plant out. I've got broccoli and cabbage and stuff to plant out. I've got beds to prepare. A lot of stuff to do. So yeah, firstly I'll have a little quick walk around and I'll give you a quick update of what's going on the plot at the moment. So let me show you this first of all, which I mean, come on, isn't that stunning? Cosmos has just gone absolutely wild. We've had a couple of cold nights here, but not quite a frost. This aster's doing amazingly. Bees loving it. A lot of things are dying back, obviously, autumnal, isn't it? But look at this cosmos. I mean, it's just doing fantastic. Dailies are still doing really well. More cosmos. Yeah, just wanted to show you that first. Do you know what? It's an absolutely gorgeous day. Absolutely gorgeous day. What date are we on? 20th of September. And beautiful. So I've picked a good day for it, so I'm going to be here all afternoon trying to get it stuck in as much as possible. So what I'll do, I'll have a quick show you around and see a bit of an update of what's been going on in my absence and in your absence. Let's have a look. So greenhouse update. So as you can see, these are desperate to get out. These are Savoy. Got some Swede up here, need to go out. These Calabrese, desperate to go out. Pansies are actually flowering in their little modules and pots. They're going to replace the hanging baskets, petunias in the hanging baskets. Loads more chilies to pick, little mini chilies. Everything's going a bit mad. Wallflowers and Sweet William. That's the perennial stock, which needs pricking out and potting on. There's some strawberries that I rescued. I'm just going to give them to plot neighbours. So yeah, that's the greenhouse update. Lots to do in here. Okay, pepper update. Now some of you who follow me on Instagram might know I've had a bit of an upsetting time with the peppers. My red pepper and yellow pepper that were ripening very nicely got burrowed into by some sort of bug, earwig, something. Anyway, I've got over the shock of it all. Now these seem to be okay at the moment. So it looks like it's ripening. Oh, there you go, look, some redness on there. So I'm like, what do I do? Do I, oh look, there we go. Now, I'm sort of in two minds to gamble and leave them on, or take them off and see if they ripen at home. So yeah, some good ones on there, undamaged at the moment. Some more aromas still to come off there. some more chilies. This is the mystery marrow cum courgette cum whatever it is. So it stopped growing around that side, but I let it trail around this side, and I've come back to a surprise. Here we go, the marrow, whatever it is. There's a couple here. I think what I'll do is snip this off now, let that one develop, and that's that. Roses and having another little try. So this is where the last rose potatoes are going to come up today. So I've got this and this, you know, excuse the weeds, but you know, there's not really much point in me doing that if I'm going to dig all this over anyway. Well, dig them to get them out. So there's the last 2 rows of potatoes that need coming up and storing, because I got pretty dry day today, so I don't want them to leave in the ground and start getting wet and slugs get on them. And look how much these have come on. They've gone mad. Dwarf French, so loads of flowers. So I don't know, there's some beans coming on here, look. So might get a crop off this. Weather's supposed to be okay. I've had a bit of a cold couple of nights, and I think it's going to be sort of okay-ish from now for a week or so. So let's see what we get off this as a crop. And then this random cobra that I planted to replace Beltone, look at these. I'm going to need harvesting today. They're doing absolutely fantastic. So cobra is definitely going to be for next year. While we're over here, let's have a look at, now I purposely let all these go because I remember, I don't know if you remember in previous videos I've said I don't particularly like runner beans, I've decided, but I've let all these go because I want to just harvest them and get the beans out and just use the beans rather than eat the pods. So I've just sort of let them go like this. But this is that Scarlet Emperor, that it has done absolutely amazing eventually. It's gone great over that arch. More leeks bolting. So I've took some out that have gone. More weeds to get out of here as well to keep up with the weeds. I'm going to just harvest the ones that are bolted and process them really, and to get the hard core out the middle. Yeah, I did process the other ones with the leeks that are bolted, and they did have a really horrible hard core in the middle, so a lot of it was waste. Well, went on to compost, but got some stuff out of it, chopped it and froze it, so it's okay for something. You can rescue some bits out of it. So this bed needs de-weeding. That's the sprouts this side. I'm going to probably take the tops out of these sprouts, take the lower leaves off. That's a job that needs doing. This needs de-weeding. I'm going to put some calabrese in here. That's in the greenhouse ready to go out. Bit of a tidy up of this kale cage. I might need to raise this up a little bit. I need to have a look at that because they're growing too tall. Well, that's not too bad. Peas need to come out. They've got mildew all over them. They're looking very, very sorry for themselves, so they've got to come out. But on a happier note, look, second lot of calendula that I sowed is coming up, getting a little bit of mildew on it there. And then this side, some little happy faces of California poppies with a backdrop of horrific peas. Just don't look at that bit. And then this apple tree is the big job. All these apples need harvesting, so that's a big job. And then pumpkins as well on this side. This is one that's got stuck down the side here, so I've just pulled it out. Got another one here. So I think I'm probably going to snip this off now. This one needs to come off. It's gone brown at the stem and hard and woody, so that needs to come off. I've got another one of them in the shed. God knows what these taste like. Come around here, it's got loads of powdery mildew. And then I just wanted to show you these. So it comes all the way around here from the same plant. And we've got twins here. And we've got twins here. So I'm going to leave these on. And then we've got one hiding down here, which I think is going to need harvesting as well. Yeah, that's ready to come off. So this is where the sweet corn was. So as you can see, I've got the other brassica beds here. These have got some, I think it's a couple of cauliflowers and green sprout and broccoli and things like that. Bits of brassicas in there, but obviously see the African marigolds have loved it in there and they've gone a bit crazy. So yeah, this next brassica bed, shall I say, needs creating here. This is where the sweet corn was. So it's going to go here, and this is going to have all the Savoy in it. So I'm going to do quite a big bed here of Savoy right the way across this side. Now that means these are going to be sacrifices plants, but the nights are getting colder now. I think it's getting about 9 degrees at night, and tomatoes sort of need about 10 degrees, don't they, for overnight temperatures to be okay. So they're going to start slowing dramatically anyway. So I'm going to obviously harvest the ripe ones, and then what I'll do is I'll pick all the green ones and ripen them at home. So that bed will then be completely clear for the next stage. Okay, can't really see me. Time to harvest some of these spuds. Okay, so I didn't film all of that digging those potatoes out because I thought, well, you know what a potato being dug out looks like. So anyway, so this is the finished result of the bed. I've took the line of African marigolds out down here, dug this out. I didn't really want to dig it because this is going as no dig. However, there's a lot of bindweed in here that I didn't get from last time, so I've got most of the other bindweed out now. So that is that bed done, and I've actually got a raised bed that someone has given me to go here, so this will be another no dig bed. So that is the crop from those 2 rows. So they're quite decent size, some of them. However, some have got a little bit of scab, and most have got tiny little holes. Some have got big massive holes and were all eaten through, which I've binned. We had a few green potatoes, but they've got these tiny, you can see, little holes. Most of them have got it. So I think lesson learned for me is next time I'm not going to leave them in the ground as long. I'm going to get them up earlier like I did with the other ones, because the King Edwards were great. So these I'm going to see which haven't got holes, and they will get stored, but the ones that have got holes I'm just going to use first. I'm just going to keep in a pile to use first, and I'll chop them up and see if they're any good for eating. So yeah, but 2 buckets from 2 rows, I think still a good crop. Okay, so this is the bed that I was given by somebody else who didn't want it on the site. So as you can see, all that I dug out earlier, and then I've put this bed in, and now I'm going to line this with cardboard, probably do that tomorrow, and then get some compost in there on top, and then decide what I'm going to do with it, because I'm really unsure at the moment. I've got to show you these dahlias, like literally, it's the size of my hand. It's probably the size of my face. These have been absolutely fantastic. Amazing. Okay, it's time for a coffee now. I'm a bit knackered after getting those spuds out, so coffee break and then tackle the apple tree. Gone 3:30. I have stopped for a couple of times because plot neighbours keep coming on, having a chat. I haven't seen people for a while, so people like to have a chat, don't they? So it interrupts your flow, but coffee break, apples. Coffee break time. Deserved. So I was just been thinking, when I was looking around earlier, there's more of the more seeds to collect. I remember we were collecting seeds a few weeks ago, and earlier on I showed you the sunflowers, didn't I, that I want to get the seeds off. So some of the sunflowers I think are not far off collecting. The calendula that I was waiting for, I didn't just noticed earlier, there is some nice dry seed heads, so I'll be collecting those, so that's good news. I've got the nigella seeds in the shed already to be collected in the little pods, so they didn't escape me. So what I was thinking was, I think what you have to, when you're collecting seeds, you've got to be selective of what you want to collect. Really, you don't want to collect any old seeds. You want to have a look at the plants that have performed well for you, or you particularly like it. Like for instance, the sunflowers that I'm going to collect are the ones that have got the multi heads on them. They're all from the same plant, but obviously with cross-pollination some have got a little bit different and they've got different characteristics, so I want to try and maintain them characteristics. Now they could change again because they could have cross-pollinated again, but I'm going to try and just collect the seeds off them and see if they come true to their parent, really. I think that's just a good rule, really. You just have to select the strongest plants you've got. They're obviously going to perform well again for you in the conditions you've got in your allotment or in your garden. So yeah, I'm going to finish my coffee and then tackle that apple tree. It needs doing, it's got to be done. I'm doing it today, definitely. So I'm just sat here in my little seating area. This is my view. Yeah, so these asters are absolutely fantastic. If you haven't got asters, they are so brilliant for autumn colour. Look how big it's gone. And look how many bees are on it. They absolutely love it. And obviously they've got all cosmos here to choose from as well. And then the same on this side, look, got all the bees on it. It's gone crazy, but yeah, if you want a bit of autumn colour, definitely go for some asters. They're perennial. Okay, it's time to tackle this apple tree. Box to put them in just for transportation, really. I won't be storing them in there, and then a bucket for any rubbish. Okay, let's do it. As you probably already know, you probably watched a million YouTube videos on how to pick apples. But anyway, you're supposed to just cup them, and if they come off without actually pulling like this one has, which actually looks quite a good one, doesn't it? That's okay. Now if you pull them and they're not ready, you twist them and they're not ready, they don't come off, that means they're not ready. So okay, apples done. Well, from what I can reach. The tree's too tall, obviously, so it needs pruning back in winter. But I've got quite a lot of apples. Let me show you. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 buckets and a huge box. Yeah, quite a lot of apples. So it's a good job I like apple juice. tree is looking a little bit lighter now. As you can see, there's more apples at the top there, but looking a lot lighter now. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. The light's going a bit, but I think I've got 2 major jobs out of the way today, so that's quite good. Lots more to do tomorrow, so yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, full day at it tomorrow, and yeah, I think going to be trying to sort out the new brassica cage, and yeah, just probably harvest a lot more stuff. There's some beans need harvesting and things like that, so just cracking on. So join me next time for more fun-filled excitement on the plot. But if you do like the videos, please consider subscribing and like, share. Be fabulous if you could do that. And I'll see you very soon. See you next time.